Let's talk about the cost side of this, because that is significant. As you heard yesterday in my conversation with Assam Hussein with the Canadian Nuclear Society, the $5 million for the first of these reactors. It's a first of its kind technology. So what is the effect when that kind of expense is incurred and diverted away from other technologies that might be more deployable?
You put your finger on it right there. This is called opportunity cost. And by the way, it was $5 billion. He was talking about $5 billion for the first small modular reactor in hopes that later reactors would be a little cheaper. But in fact, reactors have in Ontario, they wanted to build new reactors some time ago at Darlington, big ones. And it priced itself right out of the market. The government said we just simply can't afford $23 billion for new reactors. I don't think New Brunswick can afford $5 billion for new reactors. So I think they're dreaming in Technicolor. There's over 100 Canadian organizations have signed a declaration saying that these small modular reactors, which are not real, they don't actually have working examples of them. They're going to be building the very first of a kind. They actually constitute a dirty, dangerous distraction from the real job of fighting climate change using technologies that we know work and that we know what the cost of them really will be. So, I think the cost is going to kill it, and people are not going to be able to afford them, and they're going to wish that they had spent that money on something that really works. Now, the other thing is that you put the money into it, the $5 billion, let's say, and then it produced waste that has to be dealt with. Let's say 20 years later, 30 years later, you have all the waste. That costs more billions of dollars. And then you have the decommissioning. The decommissioning, that's just taking them apart. That costs billions of dollars as well. So you end up spending more and more money on things that you really wish you had spent more wisely.